Maddie, what are your thoughts on your performance tonight?
I thought there was definitely a lot of learning and growth. It's only the third game of the season, and I don't think we're going to be the same team as we are on Tuesday and for all the games to come. So I think we could take a lot away from this game. Thought we had some sparks where we played really well, and then there's sometimes some really, really highs and then some really, really lows. So try to work on just staying consistent the whole game.
It seemed like you guys struggled to break through the defense in that first quarter. What sort of adjustments did you make to guys were stronger second?
Yeah, I think just moving the ball in general. I feel like it was staying on one side for a lot of the first quarter. So just trying to work on getting it on both sides, trying to make the defense move a little bit more and get a little bit tired so that we can get more offense when we move the ball.
Yeah, the offense seemed to struggle specifically on the 8-meter today. Only one goal from that position. What do you think the BC defense did so well that prevented you guys from scoring?
I think they're the same as every team. I think sometimes when you're in the really high moments of the game and the pressure's on, I think sometimes it could be a little bit difficult mentally to stay focused. So I think for us, we just have to stay mentally focused as much as we are physically. So I think that's something we could work on.
You and Emerson both had big games on offense today. What can you say about Emerson's performance and how you think she can develop on offense going forward?
Yeah, she's an awesome player. I think she plays with a lot of heart and a lot of grit, and I think that's something really needed. She gave us some really big sparks, especially towards the end there, so I really enjoy playing with her, and I'm excited to keep on playing with her.
And this team's prided itself on fast starts for years now against Notre Dame, against Canisius, starting hot, but today not so much. What do you think Boston College did so well to prevent that, and how do you plan on adjusting to that in the future?
Yeah, I think we just have to be confident in ourselves. I think we came in on offense, and I think we just need to move the ball. I feel like it just got stuck in a lot of our hands, and we weren't moving it. We weren't playing together, so I think that's an easy fix. Just stay confident, have belief in each other, and just play freely. I think maybe we were a little bit timid, and I think it's something we definitely can work on and definitely can fix.
Would you say that's one of your biggest focuses heading into Tuesday?
Wait, sorry, what'd you say?
Would you say that's one of your biggest things you're focusing on heading into Tuesday?
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely this is a lot of learning, and I think we definitely could take everything from this game into Tuesday, especially the mental stuff.
Coach, slow start for you guys today. Normally this team prides itself on getting out of the gates hot. What do you think Boston College did to stop you guys offensively, and how are you planning on adjusting to that in the future?
Well, I think, just having a lot of new players out there, I think it's definitely getting used to the new dynamic, and so it's a lot of learning. I was proud of the way that as the game wore on, we kind of adjusted and fought back. So I think that's going to be something critical. All top teams tend to, come out strong, but I'm glad we didn't let it define us. But we need to start faster and finish stronger for sure.
Coach Taylor LaPointe had some big minutes towards the end of that game, scored a goal in the fourth quarter. Can you speak to her performance today?
Yeah, I just think she was really prepared. She had a great week of practice, and she went out there fearless and just played simple and was able to finish. So I think that I'm proud of her effort and just her mentality for the whole entire week, and I'm glad that she was able to put that into play in the game situation.
It's obviously still so early in the season, only game 3.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of talk about it just because it is BC, but how do you look at this game realistically in the grand scheme of things?
We're just so lucky to be able to play a program like BC and to have the schedule that we have, because although it can be hard to sometimes, face losing, it's part of sport. And somebody wins and somebody loses. And so just having the opportunity to test ourselves like that under pressure and, just learn from it and grow from it, I think that's a great thing, and we're really grateful for that.
Coach Delaney Schweitzer's first game today, missed last week, made 4 saves in the second half. How did you say she did in the first game?
Yeah, I mean, I think the same thing. She hasn't, been in that game situation in a little while, but I thought that, much like the team, I think that as the game wore on, she was able to really, learn from the way they were playing and come up with some big plays for us in some appropriate times. So. There was some great growth, and I think all of our goalies have been playing great. So I'm really excited about just the depth that we have in that position, and really could turn to any of them at any moment.
6 transfers started today. Is that something you mentioned the chemistry? Do you think that played a factor at all? Just like having the sort of inexperience of playing together?
Yeah, I mean, I think that much like last year, we brought back a really, really veteran team, and Boston College, had a lot of new players. So I think, when you have a lot of new players at the early on in the season, it's a learning process, and I still think that we have not kind of figured out how we work best, and that's a learning process for us as a coaching staff, and just trying to take advantage of the depth that we have and all of the players on the squad.
You guys were able to make this a 2-goal game at one point and hold BC scoreless for essentially over 16 minutes. Can you speak to some of the adjustments made throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there was a lot of focus defensively during that stretch, and I think the offense was capitalizing on the opportunities that they have, which gave us some momentum. We got a bunch of draw controls during that time too. So, I think just ebbs and flows, and we're going to continue to develop defensively. I think this group is pretty strong, and we need to continue to get better week to week, game to game.
Maddie, Sammy, and Sam were responsible for every draw control today. Have you seen that unit click together?
Yeah, they just have great chemistry, great fight and competitiveness, all 3 of them. So, I think they did some really nice things today. I think there's a lot of room for improvement too.
Coach, Madison Smith usually starts, did not play today. Do you have a status update on her return timeline?
Madison Smith?
Yeah.
She was in the game.
Oh, never mind that.
Okay. She played great.
Coach, what do you think it says about the character of this team that you go down 6 goals multiple times and you continuously battle back to make it a real tight game in the final quarter?
Yeah, I think it's great. That's kind of what we want to be. We want to have that never give up mentality and just fight hard and play in the moment. And I think that at times we did that. At other times we didn't do that. So we'll build on those things and hopefully get better with each game out.
How's a test like this where you're playing a quality opponent who turns so much talent like Boston College? Prepare you guys for the test you're going to face down the road in conference play and even beyond that.
I think it's huge. I think that we really, are just lucky to have them travel out here and play us. And every time you step on the field, whether it be practice or game, it's an opportunity to get better and learn and grow. And that's just what we're continuing to focus in on.
Emerson had a hat trick for you guys today. What did you see from her performance?
Yeah, I mean, I think she just plays with a lot of heart, Emerson. No matter what, she just goes out there and plays her hardest, and I think she's gaining momentum, gaining confidence, and she's a real leader for us. So it helps when players like that step up and they play with heart. The others follow.
What's the mindset headed into Tuesday as well as just next week?
I think the mindset is get better and work hard on the opportunities that we have. Obviously, it's kind of rapid fire games right now, so we don't have a lot of practice opportunities, but we can still get better in a lot of different ways, and we're going to leverage every way we can.
Coach, you talked about not having those practice opportunities. One thing Maddie told us was that she felt like the ball was sticking with people a little bit and the passing wasn't good. Without those practice opportunities, with working any transfers, how do you think that you can make sure that this team's offense starts flowing more smoothly than it is today?
I think that we had a lot of practice opportunity to prepare for this game, and I think that it's just trusting, people getting used to kind of how we play and trusting that style and just keeping it simple. And, when we do that, it's pretty effective. We're not going to be perfect, but we're going to create opportunities for ourselves. So, that's all part of the process. If you go back to probably last year, it might have been the same thing. We were just on the other side of the scoreboard, so you didn't ask that question. But that's an early season problem, and, we'll continue to develop that.